What's going on, everyone? It's Tay with Spectacular Gadgets, and in this video you see I have my Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra as well as 3 cases provided by VRS Design. Shout out to them for sending these cases for me to try out on the channel. I truly do appreciate it. Let's do this!
Spectacular Gadgets.
As I mentioned earlier, VRS did reach out to me and ask me if I was getting the S24 Ultra. I was like, yeah, and they was like, oh really?
Let us send you out some cases.
All opinions and everything in this video are my own. I did not send this video to VRS before uploading it for you. Let's go ahead and start with the first box. We have the Glide Ultimate, and this is in the khaki color. Next up, we have the Glide Ultimate and the black color. So those are the same type of case. And the third, we have the Glide Pro and Black Groove. I want to go ahead and do the Glide Pro first since there's only one of these. Now VRS did change their packaging design a while ago, so you do have this box right here, but you can see they have their little VRS right here, if I can get the light right. And other than that, it's just a simple box, but it's easy to get into. You just got to make sure you get the tape off the sides. All right, y'all ready? Let's go. This is the Damda Glide Pro Groove Black Edition. First thing you'll notice is it's kind of thick and bulky, and that's because you have this card wallet holder right here on the back of it. You can fit about 5 cards max with this, or some cash and a few cards. You just slide it with your thumb, it opens up, and it has a nice little closing mechanism as well. So here's the top portion. The bottom is where you notice the thickness of this thing, so it is going to add a ton of bulk. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. So for people who don't like bulky cases, I'm sorry guys, but this is not going to be for you. There is lots of grip. I've noticed that as I'm holding it. And we'll go ahead and put the S24 Ultra in. I did install the Samsung anti-reflective screen protector on this, and I like it actually. It's really nice and it was very easy to install. I'll have that video out shortly. But what I like to do when I install the devices in the case is start with whatever side the camera's on, and then I just snap in all 4 corners. Very easy with this case to install. On the back, I'm going to show you the camera cutout and what type of camera protection you're actually getting. And you do notice there is some thickness around the camera lenses. All your buttons are covered, and then you see some texture. You can go ahead and put about 5 cards or so inside of that card wallet holder. On the front, all around the display, you have it raised, so it's going to give you some front display protection, some screen protection. And holding it, yo, this is pretty thick, but look at how deep your charging Type-C port is. It's kind of far down in there. They leave an open area for you to access the S Pen, and I don't feel that you're going to have any issues really getting that out. So as you see, it's very easy to take that out when you're using this case. I'm curious to see what the charging is going to be like. To me, you might need a thinner charging cable, so let's go ahead and test that out right now because I am curious. I'm going to use one of my thinner ones, not my usual green one that I like to use because that's a little thicker. But if you have just a normal charging cable like this, or the one that came with the device, you should be fine, as you see. And I still have a little bit of space all around for something a little larger. Now obviously this takes away your ability to wirelessly charge with this particular case, so keep that in mind. Next, I'm going to test out the covered buttons, pressing the screen on and off. You see I'm barely touching it, and so that opens up just fine. Next, let's test the volume key buttons up and down, and there's no struggle there. They're perfectly situated, so you don't have any issues pressing them or turning your volume up, down, or turning off or on the screen. Next up, removing the case from the device. Take both thumbs on the left and right corners on the top and start to push the case back using your thumbs, and as you see, this case was pretty easy to remove off the device. Next up, the Glide Ultimate, which is going to cost you $35 on Amazon at the time of this recording. Once you remove the tape off the sides of the packaging, use that tab to open up the packaging and you can go ahead and get to the case. Alright, I have another thickums of a case, and the first thing you'll notice is this multifunctional strap that they have included, and it's made quite nicely actually. It's pretty thick. It looks like it's going to be durable, and here this looks like it's heavy duty, guys. So that is a nice little touch if you're going to be using that, if you're going to use it for anything. I'm pretty sure you can probably connect it to this case. This case, like the Ultimate Pro, does have a card wallet holder compartment, so you can go ahead and put your 5 or so cards inside of there and use that. This is a thick case. It's very nice looking though. It screams to me like heavy duty. It can take a lot, you can throw a lot at it, but it does add bulk. So again, this series of cases is not for the people that like very thin or minimalistic cases. The screen protection is in full attendance, as you see raised sides all around this case to give your screen some protection. I am noticing these little loops on the bottom of this case, which does add to the bulk. But what I can imagine is if this phone does fall, this is going to be another thing to save it. I'm thinking it does bump out a little bit. So getting to my S Pen, this one is a little different from that previous one. The first one we did, the Ultimate Pro, as you see, it takes a little more effort to get the S Pen out because of the little loops they have on the bottom of the case. Then the covered buttons, they have container / VRS, and then they have power on the power button. And then you notice the little grooves that they have here where my thumb is. They have it here on the bottom, and also a little piece at the top right here. Now on the top of the case, it's smooth with your microphone cutouts. And then on the side, they have just some more VRS design with a bunch more grip, so that when you're holding this, you have something to actually hold on to. I'll show you wired charging because we don't have wireless charging, but works fine. So the cutouts for the Type-C port is perfectly fine. Push this to the right to place your cards inside. I want to talk camera protection. Notice that the cameras are covered by this right here, this little cover. So you just use your thumb and open that up. Reveals all your cameras, and they're safely covered when you're not using them. All you have to do is take your finger and just shut it closed, and it snaps closed. It doesn't fling open. But the thing about this camera cover, guys, is you feel the click to enjoy the kick. What does that mean? This serves and transforms into a kickstand. So not only do you have your cameras protected, but you have this kickstand, and you can use it in many different positions. Unlike some other ones, you can only use it one way. I have 3 ways I can use this. Let me show you the button push effort. Not much effort at all. Same case as I just showed you, but this is a different color. This is the khaki color. So I'm not going to really do that much talking because it's the exact same case, just different color. But I want to show you the color for those of you who are curious how it looks. Well, that about wraps it up for this video. I want to thank everyone for taking the time to chill with me as we go through this journey. And until next time, everyone, I want you all to have a spectacular day. Later.